Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into the Deer box. Let's talk about the Deer Spirit Guide box. So if you're new and you just joined, or if you've already heard me talk about it a little bit, my name is Alex, if you haven't heard me say it. I have all of my Spirit Guide candles here behind me. They are 18 different candles. There's only 17 here because one of them is not here, the All Hallows Eve. These are available individually on my website. They are $27. I also have an intuitively selected option where I can intuitively pick what candle is meant for you based off of what I intuitively pick up on. I also have a choose for where you get each candle for $25, and you also receive free shipping once you spend $50 on my website. So all of our candles are all natural, made with soy wax, 100% soy wax, and essential oils. I do imbue them with Reiki healing energy. They all have original artwork done by my husband on the front. They have the keywords on what they represent, as well as the channeled messages that I tap in and get with the help of my husband and my mom sometimes as well. I can't not throw them in there because they're my sounding boards a lot of times and help me to get to the right message that this guide is meant to bring through. And so I have 18 guides, but I also have monthly ritual deep dive boxes. Pictured up here above me, you see the Deer Spirit Guide boxes. This is the $88 a month box and our $111 a month box. The $111 a month box, the only difference is it comes with a 15-minute video recorded reading. This is the Deer box that came out for everybody in March, and what they just had arrived in the first week or two of the month. It always ships out the first week of the month. This is it's empty right now, but this is what the inside would look like when you opened it. Each one will be uniquely designed for that spirit guide. And so I'll put that back up there. And then I've got a small one that is a $44 a month box. So let's get into, and all this is on my website, spiritguideapothecary.com. The link is in my bio. So what came in the box? You received one 9.5 ounce candle, like I just told you about, for the Deer Spirit to work with that month. You received, the next thing you found is a channeled portal painting. Now this is unique to you each month. I do a portal painting and I tap in to see what symbolism or what channel or what message or what image wants to come through. And I channel that abstractly into a card that is the size of an oracle or a tarot deck, because I do send oracle cards each month. And this is that deck right there. This is all of the cards that I have sent over the past, with a little bit of my hair, over the past 6 months. And that is your portal painting, or my portal painting, that I would have sent this month for you. And this is meant to activate the energies of the box, okay? I've worked with that specific spirit guide to cultivate every ritual, every item, every part of the box, so that it is designed, tailored towards you. Now, everybody receives the same rituals and the same ideas, but each item is going to be uniquely done for you, like this. Everybody gets a portal painting, but this one is painted specifically for you by me. Sometimes it'll have a channeled song on the back. A lot of times I've started doing that now, and I like that. So it'll have a channeled song on the back that is meant to go with the energy of the month for you, to work with that song throughout the month. The next thing that you'll see are the deep dive pages that will come that month. We are doing a new aging on our pages. This is the way that our aging is going to be done now in the future, with a little bit more speckle look versus the full page being like brown and aged, okay? And so you'll see a little introduction to the box, as well as what comes inside of the box, breaking down all of the items, what I did to it, what I imbued it with, what intentions are with it, and then you'll see a deep dive into that spirit guide. So you'll get a whole page, sometimes more, on that spirit guide. So this is going into the Deer Spirit Guide a hell of a lot more than what I could put on the candle. So it's great because I had all this information that I felt I wanted to bring through, or that Deer wanted to bring through, and I needed somewhere to put it. So here you go. You get it all drawn out in a, I'll read this in a little bit here if y'all want, which is fun. And then when you flip that over, you'll see an untying ritual on the back. This is the same ritual that you basically the same ritual that you get by ordering just a candle on my website. I call it an untying ritual because you're untying the thread of light and energy that I tied to the center of the wick of the candle. I work with Reiki again and the spirit guide to tie that thread of energy directly to the center of the wick. And when you do do that lighting of the candle, you are activating the energy and you're untying that thread, signifying a torch to that spirit guide that you want to work with its energy with more intention, which is why beforehand it'll tell you to read the candle, to put your own intentions into it, and then to light it while you envision those intentions and those things, okay? And so that comes every month for you to do with that specific guide. And then, and so those two pages will actually come. So the little info page and the main deep dive page also come in the $44 a month box. But you don't receive any of the other ritual pages or any of the other poems or things that go inside of that box too, or journal prompts or tarot spreads or anything like that. You just receive the deep dive portion on that guide and the one ritual for that candle. You also will get 1 bar of soap versus the 2, and I'll go into what else comes. You'll get a box of matches, but that's for the $44 a month box. Now in the rest of the boxes, you will also get more pages that have the rituals. For this month, it was a Dear Donations box ritual where I had you write on the outside of the box all the things that you are not serving you and things like that. It breaks it all down. It has 2 parts to it, so you can see the pages, how they're designed. I put a lot of love and intention into designing them with the backgrounds and things and making sure that everything feels right. And then I also put the crystal properties because you have some items that came in some jars this month that have crystals that are unique for you. And so I wanted to have that in there as well. And then you also received a second ritual. This was a deer incense ritual. And then you got an exercise from a book. Sometimes I include an exercise from a book that I've used before that I really loved, or a book that I have on hand that I wanted to bring, that Deer wants to bring through because I'm guided to it, that I credit the author and let you know what book it's from in case it's something you want to get for your journey, because maybe it'll lead you to that book and that book could provide more healing for you. Because my goal is to provide things that you can revisit. These are all pages that I hope that you can use with other guides and to revisit and accumulate over time, or even if it's just a couple months, to have things that you can revisit and practices that you can work on with those spirit guides whenever you want to. Okay, so you get those ritual pages. And then this month you also got another little poem that I included about Ostara, because I'll also, if there is anything going on that month that is really significant, like the spring equinox, I will make sure to talk about it, or I'll cover it, so that you know also what's going on that month. You know, in case your practice doesn't involve that, or that's something that you're interested in, then you'll have a little bit of info about it, or a little ritual, or a little mantra that maybe sparks an interest in something that you go and look. I'm living abroad, but I wish I could get your monthly packages. I know. So you technically can. It's just really expensive to ship it for y'all. I don't know where you live, or where you're living, but you can subscribe. It just costs more to ship it to you. And for the boxes, I do have it set up where I split the cost a little bit with you, because I do cover the cost for shipping in the United States, which ranges between like sometimes $20, if you can believe it, for shipping. So I do split a little bit of the difference with y'all, for international. Not much, so you still have to cover a large portion. But if you're interested in just like one box, like if the deer box would just make you so happy, just send me an email, okay, y'all? Like if anybody I upload them sporadically and have them available sometimes, but if you're wanting to ship something like international, we can put something together, and that way it's like one shipping fee, and I can include all these things for you, and so just send me an email, okay? If that's something that really is calling to you. Okay, so then the next item you're going to receive in your monthly deep dive boxes. So for anybody that's joining, we're talking about my monthly deep dive boxes. We're going over the Deer box, which is what everybody is working with the month of March. The cutoff date to get April's box, which will be a surprise. I don't reveal the spirit guide until after all of the torchbearers have received their boxes. And that way, it's a surprise. But if you look at what I've done in the past, you can kind of discern what I have available and see what direction I might be going if you really wanted to. But you will also receive 2 bars of soap if you get the $88 a month box or the $111. 1 bar of soap if you get the $44 a month box. Again, all natural soap. It is an oat soap base because I love oats. I think it's super nourishing for our body. I love the oat soap base. And then I layer in a bunch of different stuff depending on the soap for that month. We do keep the same recipe because I like to keep the recipe consistent, because it's not really healthy for your skin to be drastically changing month to month, drastically all these recipes, right? Sometimes I will change it. Like I've done a charcoal soap. I've done a ton of different soaps. This is a lavender and lemongrass. It has aloe vera. I've never done aloe vera in a soap before, but it's got aloe vera in it. It's got, hold on, I'm going to have to get my pages because I was just on vacation. So hold on. Let me remind myself, because this is... aloe vera, lavender, what else did I put in here? I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Essential oils, lavender, lemongrass essential oils, jojoba oil, pumpkin oil, kaolin clay, which is super absorbent. I put kaolin clay in every single thing I do for soap. Aloe vera, cocoa powder, cinnamon, nutmeg, agave, coconut, palm, sunflower oil, and topped with dried lavender. So, and it's actually, ooh, good catch. It's actually got a slight little tint to it. It's a little bit more purple than it's coming across here. But there is a little bit of a violet to it with natural pigments. Because again, everything I do is natural as possible. So these smells amazing. Double digits are angel numbers. You make the soap. I do make the soap. Yes. So I don't make the soap base. I have a soap base that I really, really love. That's an oat soap base. And then I add everything else into it and do melt and pour soap. It's not cold pressed and it's not, but it's really, really good. I have looked into doing some cold pressed soaps, but it's, and I want to in the future, but it is very complicated to do cold press. And I love my recipe so much that I have kept it this way. And so it took a lot of, I really had to work with it for 2 years, because just a melt and pour soap, I wanted all natural, very basic soap base, but something that I could work with very quickly, because I knew I needed a quick turnaround for my soap, and I wanted it to be as natural as possible, and to be, in which it is, it's completely natural and free of everything that I want it to be. In the future, I want it to be free of palm oil. That's the only thing I don't like about my soap, is that it has palm oil in it. But it's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would love to have a base where I don't have palm oil, but other than that, I love my soaps, and I really worked a long time to get them right. And I just think they are nice and rustic and beautiful, and they work for each guide. So I'm happy that, to have each one. So, okay, next item. The next thing you receive, you will always get a bookmark. Now, this is made out of eco-friendly pressed corn, very thick material. This is the design that came out this month. It was a deer spirit guide on the front, peace and joy. And then on the back, it says, be kind to your mind. And again, I created all these designs unique for this guide. And so you'll get a bookmark each month. The next thing that you'll see will be some stickers. It may not be the next thing you see, but you will also receive these. So you get a handful of stickers. Sometimes, most of the time it's 6. Sometimes it's more, because I get a little away from myself. This time it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it was 8. 8 eco-friendly stickers, but I only have 6 here. So here's some of the stickers that I did for this month. I like this one a lot because it symbolizes like balance between technology here on the end and Gaia and the earth here on the other end. And you kind of have I added this symbol here on the bottom, the peace and the serenity kind of feeling coming through, and kind of incorporating more of a balance through technology, right? That we can't erase technology to get back to that groundedness. We have to find a way to make technology work alongside and with Gaia, and actually help Gaia be stronger, as opposed to taking from our resources. And then you have this little cute deer here that I created. Yeah, I make all these too. I do them all on hand. So I design these I design the stickers. Some of them are so this is my husband's artwork here. So sometimes you'll get, and these are eco-friendly as well. So you can't do them anywhere with oil or water, but they are really beautiful and they're high quality. I print them all myself as well, and I design them all. This is my husband's art on the front, and I layered it in with different colors and backgrounds. I do design them on Canva so that I can create different dynamics and different scenes that make it work. Yes, it is a lot of work. artwork. Sometimes it will be my artwork in here. Sometimes it will be designed through Canva and layered up to create an artwork. Sometimes it's very Art Deco. It's very collage style art as well. A lot of times you'll see my oracle cards in a second. Each one's designed unique for the guide as well. So yeah, these are some more examples of the stickers that came out. I just loved how beautiful this looked. And again, you can see the quality of my printer has improved as well. Our stickers have even improved in color. Look at how vibrant that is, y'all. It is that vibrant in person. Like, maybe a tiny bit less. Like, it is so vibrant. It's so beautiful. And if everybody's really obsessed with my stickers, I will look into, I have my oracle cards for sale on my website, but I don't have my stickers for sale, but I am going to add soon a sticker pack. So you can get the deer pack, you can get the otter pack, and that way you get the whole little pack of stickers that comes with the designs that I created. That way if you don't want to be a subscriber, you can still pick up things here and there, but you save a lot of money. A lot of money if you're a monthly subscriber, because our candles just by themselves are $27. If you get an $88 a month box, you get everything that I'm showing you here, which you see how much unique designs and things go into it. You get all of this each month. The 2 bars of soap, everything that's here, the pages, the deep dive pages, and then 6 oracle cards each month. You even get oracle cards each month. My mom over here, he pours his heart and soul into everything he does. I do. Thank you. I hope it comes through too. So these were the oracle cards I did this month for the Deer Spirit Guide. These will be up. Again, I sell all of my oracle cards individually. These are done on eco-friendly pressed corn. They are 350 GSM. That is standard tarot card thickness. I actually don't have a tarot deck here, surprisingly. But that is standard tarot card thickness. But because I don't do a seal, even on these matte cards, you can tell that there is a seal done on them. And so because I don't do that, it does lead to a tiny bit more give than a standard tarot deck, but it is still good thickness and good quality, and you can still shuffle them really well. So these are all of my cards here that I've designed. Some of them are even because I put the portal paintings in there as well, so these are my paintings that are in there, so that hopefully you can do the same, right? You take your portal painting that I sent you and you put it in, and maybe you discern what it means for you. Maybe you write on the back what it means to you, what that card represents to you, right? And then you can shuffle it like a traditional oracle deck. You can shuffle it like, as you can see, I riffle shuffled it. I can shuffle it up like this, and oh, a card just came out, and oh my goodness, the card I was just showing you just came out. What the hell? This means, look, it's time for you to click on that link in my bio and to subscribe to the boxes and to get a candle. I can't believe that came out, y'all. That's funny. So yeah, it shuffles well. So I sell those individually, but each month you get 6 uniquely designed cards. I can tell that's amazing. Oh, you're so sweet, y'all. You're so sweet. So yeah, your spirits are pointing you in the right direction, and I'm glad they led you to me so that we could connect. So here are the designs that I did for the deer box this month. You can see sometimes, again, it has my husband's artwork on there. Here's this one here. Actually, I want to show y'all because it just looks so much better when I show you with the camera facing the other direction. And I know it's just a small amount of us here, so I can take the time to like really show you. So hold on, there might be a little bit of movement here. There's gonna be some movement. Let's see here. How do I flip? Okay, so let me show you here. So you can really see the designs that I did. This is kind of like an affirmation card I did this month. And again, there's the backing of them. That's the deer this month. And you can see the eco-friendly kind of like texture in there. I try to keep the backing just as natural as possible most of the time. And then I do these designs all together. You know, you've got self-care, dreams. So a lot of things that your intuition can pull from when you're pulling from these. You can use these as affirmation cards. You can use them just as an altar card. You can use them as an oracle deck. Like this has an entire message. You have the lungs that are made of the earth back here. You have the divine feminine energy, even though it's with the stag antlers here, because actually only female reindeer have antlers. And so I thought that was really interesting, and I wanted to incorporate it. The energy of the 3, you know, going backwards. You've got the chakras all behind him. You've got the fawn down in the corner, the incense that's going off that comes in the box this month. This card kind of symbolized self-reflection, like seeing your higher self. Like I see this person here is painting on a canvas, and that to me spoke as the image that they were bringing through, right? And then you've got the support of the family here on the left that's really coming and looking in, and this could be ancestors. This could be your higher self really channeling through and you really creating your true purpose in your canvas as you go forward. So you can see all the layers that I created in the cards each month and in this month's box. And you got the deers here. So okay, let's go back over. Flip the camera. Okay. Sorry, I know that might have been a little... There we go. So there's all the cards. You get all those cards each month, uniquely designed. Boom. And then I had one more, which was actually my favorite because it's the one for Ostara, but I don't have it. Here it is. And this is the last one. This is the one I did for Ostara that I wanted to include in the deer box. So it's got some deer energy in there, but you see Ostara's here at top. You've got the calendar, the wheel here of the year, happy equinox. There's lots to pull from. You've got a garden, you got apothecary. So I want you to be able to use your own intuition and to really build upon that, because you don't have to use oracle or tarot cards or any of those things for anybody else other than yourself. It's a form of therapy. It's a form of connecting with your higher self, of connecting with yourself in a deeper way. And tarot and oracle cards can really help you explore that. And so I hope each month that part is what it does. Each month you also receive a little box of matches. These were the deer's matches, which we did some lavender on it because there's a lot of lavender. This month, so these are the unique items that you receive each month. Each month you'll receive a couple of items that are tailored, and depending on the size of those items, you'll receive more or less. But it'll be tailored and normally made by me. If it's not made by me, then I'll let you know where it's sourced from or who it is sourced from. But I try to make everything if I can, because I love pushing myself and being as creative as possible, and letting my artistic nature come through in all that I create. Though maybe I can't draw like my husband's beautiful animals that he puts on there, I would like to exuberate my art in other ways, right? And it's a big way Spirit communicates to me. But this is one of the unique items, the Mist of Aura Cleansing Spray that came this month. This is a spray that I cultivated together. It has water, witch hazel inside of it, lemongrass and lavender. It has a couple of lavender flowers in there as well as an arrangement of crystals. Now, these are some of my favorite crystals that I keep on hand, and you'll see them in boxes now and again because they're some of my favorite. The red jasper, they're crystal quartz, and they're all safe to go into water. They're all safe to go into oils. I want to make sure that the things that I'm using are good and safe for you to be using yourself. And so, as you can see, there's a different amount of each crystal because I tailor it per person. So you may receive all clear quartz if I feel like that's what's necessary for you. You may receive I create like a grid inside of whatever I'm doing if it has crystals in it. So this is meant for you to spray over your body, and it smells really good. It smells like lavender and lemongrass, and it cleanses your aura. That's the intention behind it. I worked with your spirit guide to provide peace and serenity to your aura. We actually have an auric field if that goes quite far out for some of us. Like for me, I did an aura in like photography, and I found out, which I always kind of felt like my aura was big, and my aura is actually at a 90. And that means that I have my auric field actually reaches very far out. Your auric field can reach across the room. That means that anything that is like, for right now, I'm sitting here, anything that's in the back of my kitchen is in my auric field. And so that's part of what meditation and healing work helps you with. It helps you be able to keep your auric field free of any energy that's not serving it, and make sure that you are not just reacting to things, but rather responding to your environment and allowing for you to stay grounded in any environment that you find yourself in. And so this little spray can help you throughout the month to bring that peace and serenity more into your aura again. And so when you find yourself struggling because you're frustrated because the dishes are all stacked up and I gotta do the dishes and I gotta do the laundry today and I just don't feel like doing, I just go in and I peace and serenity. I light my deer candle. I change my energy and my frequency on the way that I'm approaching these chores. So because I'm feeling negative about it, right? A lot of times we're just on autopilot, but because I'm having a because I'm having a reaction to it, I need to take a moment and not not just clear out my energy, but to take a moment to actually see why I'm feeling those emotions and feel if it's in frequency and in vibration with myself, if I need to release something that's not serving me so that I can go forward and accomplish these tasks, or if I need to process or eat, or if I need to ground or do something that's going to help me get to a mental state that feels good about the things that I'm going to accomplish. And maybe only accomplish one of those things that day, because we don't have to do so many things every day. So the Mr. Bora cleansing spray. Yeah. Next, this month you got a smoky quartz crystal. I was very excited to bring this to y'all because I have wanted a smoky quartz crystal for a very long time. And for some reason, I've never felt drawn to buy it. And it's really interesting because I would see it come up and I'd see it come up. And then this month, Dear said, I knew I wanted to do a crystal again. I haven't done a crystal since the Fox box. And I knew that Spirit wanted to bring through a crystal this month. And so I was like, okay, well, what crystal is it going to be? Here I am thinking something love, something like rose quartz or something like really compassionate. No, Dear said crystal, smoky crystal quartz, smoky quartz. And so I was like, interesting. I sat with it and I looked it up and I decided and I found where I wanted to order it from. It's from someone at Etsy, and I tell you who it's from, I believe, on here. But I wanted it to be small enough because I like palm crystals. I like something you can hold in your palm and take in your pocket. So that you can travel with it this month. You can even work it into a necklace if you really wanted to. Or you can put it on your altar. But crystal quartz is very, very powerful. It will enhance anything that you're putting into it and intentions. It's great at clearing out things. It's great at psychic awareness. So great for clearing out emotions. It also is great because of the smokiness of this crystal. To me, it symbolizes clearing any mental fog. Clearing any fog or any energy that's stagnant in your mind. And so the crystal quartz is really great for that. And I talk about it in the pages for you in more in depth. And then the last item you got this month is the Peace and Serenity incense. This is a jar of incense that I made with lavender, lemongrass, lavender, lemongrass, lemon balm, chamomile, I think that might be it. Again, it's been a little while. This is my own personal one, so I'm going to show you some of the mixture. So this is an incense. It's just herb incense, right? It came with some charcoal discs, some natural charcoal discs for you to do. Thank you, Laura, for purchasing something on my website. I thank you so much. That means the world to me. So much gratitude, for real. I always take a second. I normally do a little dance. So we'll ding the bell. Anytime I get an order, I always do a little dance and say thank you so much to the person that is been on my website and is going to have an item or something magical coming to them. And so here is the incense. You put it on a little charcoal disc in a fire-safe container, and had to order that bee candle. Oh, yay. It's been calling to you from the beginning. I love it. And so you put the little charcoal disc inside of a fire-safe container, and you light it, and you put it in some salt. You put it on top of some salt or some sand, and you light it, and then you can throw the herbs on top of it, and it will burn like a cleansing herb. You can use it like any kind of cleansing stick or palo santo or anything like that. But this is incense, and so you can use a little bit at a time. You can bury the little charcoal thing. I'm thinking of putting these on my website individually. If anybody's interested, let me know, and it might inspire me to do it faster. But I actually created the little tops here on top. Each one was unique to you. This is the one that I kept, and I have little crystals that made its way on top, and each one was uniquely designed for that person. It is made with eco-friendly glue on top, so it is a little more fragile than traditional, like if I was to use like glue, like hot glue is what I needed. But unfortunately, there is not a eco-friendly substitute for hot glue. So I use eco-friendly glue, so you have to be a little careful with it. But it also teaches us to the impermanence of life, right? So if it starts to break down or wear and tear, then add your own little stuff to the top. Add, accentuate, and make it your own. I do intend that you can take the little top off and wash the jar. This is gonna get worn off. This is not waterproof, the little sticker. But this little jar is meant for you to be able to wash and use it again. You can even take a little paper towel and clean the little top up there. And then if you're just careful and you put that little top back on there easily, then you should be pretty good. And you got a little terranium that's on top of your little jar. And that was the last item you received. Y'all, That's everything. I know I took my time going through it. I know there was only a couple of us here, but I really wanted to elaborate and to get into the box on a deep level to show y'all. I will upload this probably to my YouTube as well, since I went through all the items here tonight. So you can, if you want to watch it again on YouTube for some weird reason, I will have it on my YouTube. And if you haven't seen my YouTube before, you can head over to my link in my bio. Spirit Guide Apothecary is on YouTube as well. And I have some collective readings on there, some pick-a-piles that you can do. I've got a ton of videos that you can check out on there, as well as all my videos on TikTok or on Instagram. I'd love it if you'd become a little Instagram person over there, because that's where I tend to get to comment and communicate with people a little bit easier, since I get more of a larger outreach here on TikTok. So any questions about my candles or my boxes? Again, if you want to be a monthly subscriber for next month's box, this was the box that everybody's working with right now. But if you want next month's box, which will have similar items, a lot of the items will just be changed to go towards that guide. So the stickers will be for that guide. The oracle cards will be for that guide. The soap will be for that guide. The rituals will be towards that guide and what that guide wants to bring through. But you have to subscribe by March 15th on my website. I have a $44 a month box available, where you get a good little arrangement of what comes in the box. You get 3 oracle cards, you get 3 stickers, you even get a little bookmark, because I can't help myself and I include a smaller bookmark even though it's not listed on the listing. You get the deep dive page on that guide, as well as the ritual for that candle, and you get 1 bar of soap and a box of matches and the candle, all for $44 a month. Pretty great deal. So you can check out my website. I do have 2 other tiers, and if you want to do a reading with me, I have individual readings available. I have got Zoom readings you can do. I've got video recorded readings. If you enjoyed my outlook and my way that I kind of process information, then you can book with me. But I'll give you a second to ask any questions. I want to look and see if I can swing it. Oh, I love it, Lindsay. I hope that you can. And if it's not, it's okay. I send you so much love and energy, and I appreciate your support just by being here and listening as well, and just being a part of my community. So I hope that everybody that is here will join me again